Welcome back to the Welsh Runner Vlogs. I don't know why I did that. Hey guys, so a little bit of an update. I have finally got booked in for an MRI. I'm going in on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to me. I'm gonna go in a little MRI scanner. Lucky I'm not claustrophobic, apparently. And I'm gonna see what's going on with my hip and glute. Oh, I'm so happy to finally be getting some answers. I have been doing a little bit of running, and when I mean a little bit, I mean a little bit. 10 minutes yesterday, 10 minutes the day before that, nothing before that. But because I can see the end in sight, I'm really ramping up the cross training, really trying to get aerobically fit and substitute what I'm not doing in running with cross training. Doing a lot on the elliptical or the cross trainer. Today, I've got a 8 times 3 minute session. Gonna take 90 seconds probably, maybe 2 minutes recovery. Gonna have high resistance, really trying to get my heart rate up. What I'm saying is substituting big, long, hard efforts up a hill. I wouldn't say it's substituting 3 minutes efforts on the track or Ks or anything, because I'm not gonna have that sort of turnover, nowhere near. But well, I still won't get the turnover that I would on a hill. But it's gonna be hard on the legs, it's gonna be hard on the heart and lungs. That's exactly what I need. And I want to keep my training a bit more interesting. I've been doing a lot of steady, easy aerobic stuff, keeping my heart rate at about 140. So this should be really tough, but really fun. Basically a sweat fest. Just notice how much I blink in my videos. Maybe I should do a Casey Neistat and start wearing sunglasses on my videos, then you won't see what a blinker I am. I love blinking, I do. What's that from? I don't know, maybe I'll lose the glasses. So, gonna get in there, get this session done now, and then I'm coming back to the gym later. Oh, the joys! And I'll be doing some strength later then, really working on my weaknesses, and maybe I'll show you a bit of that as well. Okay, just done a cheeky Google. It was Helen from Big Brother. I love blinking, I do. Oh, what a legend. Oh my, that is tough, really tough. First 3 minutes down, got my heart rate up into the mid 180s. Really high resistance, really tough to get the legs down, so I had to hold onto the bars. Session done, just doing the cool down. Oh, that was tough. Used a few of my old mental strategies and mantras to get myself through that. I'll explain them when I jump off here. Right, session done. Oh, that's a relief to get that done. Try and start my recovery process straight away. So I've got a protein carb mixed drink. This one's Science and Sport Rego. So there's 3 mental strategies that I just used in my session just then when I was really struggling. The first one I use in a lot of sessions, which is to do with pain. When you're doing a hard session, it's inevitable that it's going to be painful. And when that pain kicks in, just accept it, smile, and think, yeah, it's painful, but as soon as I go into my recovery, that pain will dissipate, that pain will go away. Accept it. It's not causing you any harm. Just smile and think of it as a good thing. Another way I look at it is, you know what happens when you quit or when you ease off the intensity. You know exactly what happens. You've done it before. You've been there. What happens if you don't? What happens if you just accept the pain and live with it and just be uncomfortable? People use the quote, becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's a really good one because that's what you're doing. Pain sets in, smile, think, yeah, I got the pain. That's what I was looking for. That's the stimulus I was after. Great, there's some pain. Now what? Live with it, deal with it. Accept that it's pain, It's not pain that you have to live with all day. It's all chronic pain. It's just something you have to deal with for a few minutes. So accept it. Yes, this hurts. Let's see what happens. The other way I look at it sometimes, I almost do a scan of my body. I go, so what's actually hurting? Okay, my legs are hurting. How much? Give it a score. 7 out of 10. Is that really bad? No, not really, actually. Okay, what else is hurting? Oh, my breathing's hurting. I'm finding it tough to breathe. How badly? 8 out of 10? 9 out of 10? Okay. Are you going to stop breathing? No. So it hurts, but you're okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not going to faint. So carry on then. What else hurts? Oh, my arms. Whatever it is, you score it and you actually think, well, can I deal with this pain? Can I live with this pain for a bit longer? And normally the answer is yes. And normally the answer is, well, let's see what happens if I do carry on pushing. So the second strategy I use is when I'm normally on the treadmill or doing a time-based session, and I haven't named it, but if I did, I'd call it maybe the minute strategy. And it's just trying to work in that minute you're in. Just get to the next minute. But within that, I break it down into 15 seconds. And there's 2 ways I do it. And normally I'm doing it both at the same time. It's the cake and the track. So within my minute strategy, I count to 15 seconds and I think to myself, after 15 seconds, you get a quarter of that cake. But while I'm running the 15 seconds or whatever I'm doing, cross-training, I'm counting the 15 seconds. I'm literally visualizing taking that first corner of the track. Great, I've got a quarter of the cake. Now I've got to run the straight of the track. And I visualize every step of that track. And I get a second bit of cake. I'm halfway through the cake, I've counted to 30. Then I do another 15 seconds and take the top bend. 3 bits of cake. And then I imagine that's final 15 seconds. That's all I need to do. The crowd's on my right. They're all cheering. They doubted me, but here I am. I finish. I get 4 slices of cake. And then I do it again. I think, right, 1 more minute. 1 more minute. 4 bits of cake. I can do this. 4 bits of cake. Round the track. 1 time. 15 seconds. First corner. By the way, I don't run around the track in 60 seconds. I just like to visualize it like this. First corner, 15 seconds, get that cake. Second straight, 15 seconds, half a cake. Top corner, 15 seconds, I've got nearly all the cake. And then just the finish. The glory finish of 15 seconds, and you've eaten the whole cake. You've done the cake, you've done the track, go again. I absolutely love that one. And I find it really, really helps. And then my third strategy is when I've got wrong a few times, too often, I want to give up on a session halfway through. I'm struggling, I'm trying to eat the cakes, I'm trying to break it down into minutes, I'm trying to accept the pain, but I'm struggling, and I start to convince myself, well, I said I would do 8 reps, but maybe 6 is enough. I am quite tired today. 6 is a good stimulus. 8's too much. Or I said I was going to do 2400s, but 14's a good number. Or 15, I'll call it 15. Right, what I do in this case, always take your recovery. Don't let your mind make you give up during the hard bit and then you finish and you're like, right, I'm done. Always take your recovery, whether it's a minute jog, a minute walk, 2-minute jog, whatever your recovery is, whatever the session is, take it, do it easy. And so often you find, actually, I feel okay now. I could probably do 1 more rep. So in that session today, I'd pretty much convinced myself I was going to stop at 6. 6 times 3 minutes, that's fine for my first time on doing this session on the elliptical. Fine. But I was like, right, well, I just do the recovery, do the 90 seconds easy, and then you can call it a day. But after the 90 seconds, I was actually, I want to do the 7th now. And then I was like, well, I may as well do the recovery of the 7th. Oh, I may as well finish the whole session off now with the final 8th. It really, really helps. Whatever you do, even if you do end up calling it a day early on your session, do the recovery first, then make the decision. You make a much, much wiser decision after the recovery than you would if you just make it during the painful bit. Your mind's all, it can't focus properly when you're suffering and you're in pain. Don't let your decision making occur when you're in a bad state. Make your decisions during your recovery. So to summarize, accept the pain. Try to see what happens when you don't back off. Break hard sessions down into minutes and then 15 seconds using the cake, track, or whatever other strategy you like. And always take your recoveries and make your decisions whether you're going to back out of a session during the recovery, not the hard bit. Obviously, the anomaly is if you get injured during the hard bit. Don't then push on, going, oh, I'm going to do my recovery. This is talking about whether you're just not feeling it or you're just struggling with how hard the session is, not if you've got a niggle or if you've got an injury.